Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be reviewing the Gemini Jets 1-400 scale Branif International Airlines Calder DC-8-62. So this is a very rare and unique Gemini Jets model that I don't think is very well known throughout all of the Gemini Jets models. And I actually didn't even know this model existed until I saw it listed on eBay a couple months ago and when I bought it. So when I did buy this model off of eBay, unfortunately, it was kind of damaged. I don't know if you can see it right here, but there was some damage on the plane. I tried my best to fix, and it was missing all of the landing gear on it, which is why I have it displayed up on a stand. But other than that, the paint job on this model is still in really good condition, apart from a few minor scratches, and I think the original owner did end up, the tail wing, the right tail wing ended up falling off, but they did glue it back on. Unfortunately, some of the glue is kind of smeared there, but other than those few instances, the model still is in great condition. So, I do not have the box. As you can see, it is just the model, but I did want to review this, to make a review video on this model, because it is such a very nice model, and, even though I still am new to Gemini Jets collecting, I tried my best to research this model and figure out as much as I could about the particular Gemini Jets model of it and the actual, the real aircraft that it was. So, this model was released in 2005, and I'm not sure, I don't think it was made very long, because it is a rare model that is not seen, pretty much anywhere. Especially since I had never seen it until I saw the eBay listing, and I still had been doing Gemini Jets model searching for about a month prior to when I got this, and I never saw any pictures of it beforehand. Some background information about the real aircraft and the particular airline. So, Branif International Airlines was an airline that lasted, I believe it was from around 1928 until 1982. This particular livery was the airline's first special livery that was designed by the South American sculptor Alexander Calder, which is where the Calder design is from. So, from what I know, Alexander Calder designed, the airline hired him to design a special livery on one of their aircraft, the DC-8 particularly, that wanted to represent the Colombian flag and pretty much the country of Colombia, which is what the colors here, the blue, red, and yellow, represent. So the original DC-8 was delivered to the airline in 1967, and I'm not sure when the livery was painted on the aircraft, if it was painted when it was first joined the airline in 1967 and lasted until the airline ceased operations, or if it was painted sometime in between that. But the DC-8 stayed with the airline from 1967 until the airline ceased operations in 1982. Then from there, it went with a different airline for the next 10 to 15 years until the aircraft was eventually retired and scrapped in the 1990s. So some pretty nice information and history about the actual aircraft and design, and pretty much the overall livery design. So there are multiple Calder aircraft, Branif International Airlines models that were designed by Alexander Calder in the special livery design. There are multiple ones. I think the most common ones, or maybe the only two, are the DC-8 and the 727. The 727 is, pretty much has some of the same details overall with this, the same kind of patterns and stuff with the stripes and dots, polka dots kind of on the plane. Except the colors on that plane are red, white, and blue. I'm not sure what those represent. I have not researched that model yet, but I actually do hope to get that they are coming out with a 1-200 scale. Gemini Jets is coming out with a 1-200 scale of that model, which I definitely do want to get that, because I really do want to have a 1-200 scale 727 Gemini Jets model in my collection. That is definitely one of the models I really want to get, and I really do love the livery design on that 727 aircraft with the Calder livery design. There's no 1 to 200 scale of this model, although it would be really cool to have a DC-8 in this livery as a 1 to 200 scale model. But, so anyway, that pretty much is all of the information for this model. So, to get into the review of this aircraft. So, up at the front, there are the DC-8 cockpit windows right there in the front, and then below are I'm pretty sure those are supposed to be the lights for the, on the nose cone area of the plane. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be, like, the headlights for it. I don't remember what those are exactly called, but anyway, there is the really nicely designed of the red, blue, and yellow. I'm sure you could probably kind of see where I tried to touch up some of the paint right there that was scratched off. Then there is the Calder right there. There is no, originally when I saw this model, I thought it was Calder Airlines because I had never seen it before. And it kind of can be misleading when you see it because the Calder, the signature is pretty much right where the airline logo would be for the title of the airline. And it does not say Braniff International anywhere on this model for the livery design. So it could be pretty misleading for that. But there is the Calder design there for Braniff and for Braniff International Airlines. Then there is the first L1 cabin door with the cabin windows to go throughout the entire fuselage. And then there are the really nicely designs on the wings with the red on the left wing and then the blue on the right wing. And then there are the designs on the engines with kind of like a really interesting buffalo design and then kind of like a sun, and the inside portion on the other side on the right side of the wing has 3 X's and another wavy snake kind of pattern. And then the inside and the other side part of the engines have a bird placed on the first engine right there, and I'm pretty sure that's a fish, and then 2 other sets of X's on the other side. So once again, this is such a very nicely designed model, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the beginning of this video, but I don't actually know how rare this model is, if it's more of like a model that everyone's trying to get or anything. I was pretty new to Gemini Jets collecting when I saw it, and I definitely knew it was rare just from looking at it, because usually a model that looks this good definitely is not a common model. So, moving on from the engines to the rear of the plane, the design continues, the stripe design continues all the way until the back. There's a registration number, which is November 1805, and then the really nice design on the tail. I really also like how both sides of the tail are like completely different. How the left side has the yellow with kind of the zigzag stripe pattern, and then the left side has the red with the black swirl on it, and then the blue kind of creeps up into the middle portion of the tail. And then there is the little yellow part that goes to the rear of the plane, and then there are the two rings on the left tail wing, and then 3 rings on the right. Really nicely designed on this aircraft once again. And then the bottom portion of this model is probably one of the most interesting. So towards the middle part of the plane, pretty much on the bottom part of the wings, there are these really cool eye patterns with these, honestly, I really don't know what this is. It kind of looks like hieroglyphics to me, to be honest. I'm not sure if I said that right. Something like that is pretty much what it looks like. I'm not sure if that's what it's supposed to represent, but really cool, nicely designed patterns on there as well. And Gemini Jets really did a great job with painting this model. Definitely did a great job. Judging from pictures I had seen of the actual aircraft, the paint job design on this model is really nicely detailed. Gemini Jets definitely did a great job when they were making this model. And yeah, definitely on the tail wings, really nice design on the bottom part of those two. You can probably see where, from the previous owner, where they had to glue the tail wing, the right tail wing back onto the plane. And once again, unfortunately, it is missing the landing gear, but I guess it's not all that bad, because whenever I display the plane, it can kind of make it look like, it's flying, which is definitely a really nice part to it. The stand I do have is for 1 to 200 scale models, which is why it kind of is a little too big for it. But I don't have, right now, I don't have a 1 to 400 scale Gemini Jets model stand, but I do plan on getting one in the next couple months, so that way I could have something to display the 1 to 400 scale models whenever I review them, such as this time. So I do not have the box for it, but the box is very nicely designed too, and it actually is pretty different from the other ones, where the window, the clear plastic part of the window is in the center portion of it, and the model is displayed in between that. And there is not much information displayed on the box either from the pictures I had seen of the box. But yeah, this is a really interesting model, and actually I don't think many other people even know this model exists either. Definitely is more of a mysterious model that I'd say. But if you do see one on eBay for a cheap price, I know the last one I had seen was like around $200, which, but if you do see this model for a relatively cheap price, I would highly suggest getting it because it is such a nice model. Definitely if it's new condition too, because new condition one of these models would definitely be really nice to have. So that pretty much is all for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm pretty sure this is my 3rd or 4th Gemini Jets review on my channel. I will have more Gemini Jets reviews coming up in the future, and I'll be adding to my collection of that. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. And I also wanted to ask that if anyone has any more information about this model, or even knows how rare this is, feel free to leave a comment in the description to let me know. And yeah, so once again, thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.